Part 2. Verdant Moon. Guardian Moon.
Stupid yawns.
The Alliance Leader's Ambitions. Claiming the monastery at Garreg Mach as its home base, the Alliance army joins forces with the Knights of Seros. Together, they begin to take up arms against the Adrestian Empire.
That was quite an introductory battle with the time skip. Lots of loot and lots of enemies. Oh my god. Sorry.
Good work, Hilda. You didn't do much manual labor, but you managed to rope the knights into helping us restore the monastery.
Thanks, Claude. But all I did was piggyback on your scheme. I saw your eyes telling me to make some magic happen.
Thank you so much for your help with the restoration.
Oh, please, it was nothing. We're just doing our part as former students.
I'm told you even routed the bandits. That job should have fallen to us. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Hey, don't think twice about it. We're all allies in the resistance against the Empire, right?
The Church is at war with the Empire, but let's be realistic. Wouldn't it be better for the Alliance to eventually submit?
The way I see it, the Emperor wants to take over all of Fodlan and destroy the existing order of the world. I can't see her allowing the Alliance to continue to exist. We're in this just as deeply as you are. Actually, we were hoping to use this place as a base. The Empire begs to be meddled with, and we're first in line.
What? Why would you want to make your base here of all places?
Because it's been the base of the whole
Garreg Mach
game.
is situated in the center of Fodlan, both geographically and spiritually. We want to secure this location while the Empire is still overlooking it.
I see. The Empire doesn't see this place as important at the moment because it's far from the front lines.
But if we simply decide that it's ours to occupy, that does nothing to inspire the hearts and minds of the people of Fodlan. Luckily, good old Teach has finally returned to us. If the Professor Rhea entrusted with the Sword of the Creator fights at our side, well now, that's a just cause anyone could get behind. What's more, here we are, working alongside...
Because as everyone knows, I am ultimate good, somehow.
It smacks of divine providence, doesn't it? Can you feel it?
I have heard what you have to say, Claude. And you, Professor? Where do you stand?
Right here.
On our own, we lack sufficient military strength. But with the help of the Alliance... The Archbishop said if anything should happen to her, that we should entrust the affairs of the Church to you. If you intend to fight alongside the Alliance, then I will follow you as well. Is that acceptable, Claude?
Of course. I can't think of anything more reassuring than having both Teach and the Knights on our side. Together, we'll stop the Emperor and her reckless ambitions.
Support go!
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, you're always watching over me, aren't you? I've spent my entire life avoiding people. Speaking to others was so difficult for me, so I made a point to always be alone. Animals and the Goddess were the only ones I could really open up to. Do you remember the time you asked what it was I prayed for? Yes, but that wasn't the case. Back then, I felt that my life served no purpose, and that I was nothing more than a burden. In truth, I was begging the Goddess to take me to her.
Oh.
That was my daily prayer.
Good.
But now I fear the idea of dying and being left alone. I have friends who accept me for who I am now, in spite of my crest. And I have you watching over me. I finally learned to accept the kindness and warmth of others. It's because
Praying
of you,
every day to
Professor.
die.
Because of you, I've decided to
Well then.
live. I'm sorry to have worried you, but I'm all right now. Even if I'm separated from you or any of my friends, the memories I've made here will give me the strength to continue on. Oh, I'm sure I'll have the strength to move forward if we're together.
I'm not flirting with you, just so we're clear. Ingrid's birthday? We didn't have any conversation with Ingrid, or any of the people I recruited. I guess they're just sort of there now. Who knows why?
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
I prefer her long hair, but I do like the hair ornaments she has.
It's a bit hot.
Yeah, it's tea.
Yes. 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 Wow. Yes, I agree. Being here calms my nerves. Oh, but I'll leave if I'm in your way.
Blush was the correct thing to do there. Those last things are always so finicky.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
I think I'm gonna change you back to your original appearance, though, because I really liked that long hair thing you had going on there. Hell yeah. Rip. However, Lysithia. What we get? 1 HP. I like her hat, but I prefer her old hair. %. It'll be worth trying eventually. Pretty soon, but not immediately. Anywho. Sword tournament. That's a lot of supports. Before I get into this whole exploration thing, I'm going to take a quick break, get something to drink, and be right back. Alright, Eloise, go.
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing?
The war?
You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble. No, just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman.
Just don't scare the fish.
I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time, you know, why don't you join?
I've already seen this.
We spoke before once. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it... Well, we'd both been drinking. Then I asked him his age. He said he was telling the truth. He knows an incredible person, to be sure. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald. When Gerald was away from the monastery... when he was with... He'd say, this feels...
Do it. Destroy everybody.
You fought well.
Oh, he one-shot her.
Alright, next. You haven't earned.
I honestly prefer the normal Swordmaster outfit to what he's currently wearing. What he's wearing right now just looks weird to me.
You haven't earned my pity.
Oh boy, that Swordmaster can crit.
You haven't
We're good.
earned my pity.
It's not just for my village that I'm fighting alongside you here, you know. It's also that Captain Gerald asked me, his first and greatest apprentice, to look out for you. Of course, it wouldn't be enough just to keep you alive. It's my duty to make sure you win, too. So do your best, Professor.
Bows and horses.
A country with no king has no future. That's why I made my way here. Professor, don't let me down. Yes, let's.
I beg your pardon? He doesn't teach swords? Felix? What is even happening?
Hello.
Brave Lance is nice. Any Master Seals? Fodlandy. That's expensive. I'm not buying that.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom and Alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel, and with you, Professor, the battle tides will...
Hey Sylvain, why are you here?
I'm the heir of House Gautier, and I'm fighting alongside a bunch of Alliance people? I can just imagine my father's face contorted in anger, and the delightful words he must have used to describe me. I don't know how staying and fighting for Fargus would have helped. Sorry, Professor. I don't regret my decisions. I'm just thinking out loud. And I'm hoping I haven't made a big mistake.
Who dat?
Professor,
Hey.
apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
A few months.
Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like
Well, you
this.
have to have something to look forward to, or you're gonna go insane.
This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish.
Well, as you know, No
Truth
one has
is,
any inner turmoil
I've
during
wanted to
war.
be a knight ever
That's
since I
weird.
was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family. To find my father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Although ultimately, I find myself betraying his wishes. Now that I've parted ways with my father, there is nothing to stop me from pursuing my dream. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
What about a compromise?
To follow both my dream and my duty? I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor, through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
Intermediate seal? Come on now. Get real.
What?
It's over here. Support.
Professor,
Mercedes. What's up?
do you have a moment, Professor?
No.
I need to speak with you.
Sorry. Bye.
Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived. Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest. My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war? I suppose it's possible. He may be worried about carrying on his bloodline, but... I don't know what to do about this proposal. I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no. I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream. It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the officers' academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adopted father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me. I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need. If I don't, he'll go ahead with the arrangement.
Okay,
I suppose I must aim toward cutting him out of my life completely. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else. Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious? I'm just teasing.
Okay.
Now I'm off to write this letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
I don't think she's joking as much as she says she is. Fucking... Oh, I got it. Whatever it was.
Okay.
Let's see.
Angry.
Professor, I have a proposal. Why not go beyond the Knights of Seros? Instead, uniting with allies from all across Fodland to fight for our cause. Looking back, it would have been best to ally with the Kingdom and join forces against the Empire. But now the Kingdom is not exactly, well...
That's right.
Excuse me.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Nice hat you got there.
I need a favor.
Fighting alongside you and everyone else is a dream come true, Professor. And don't
This is a
worry
war,
about my
you
little
know.
sis. Right now, she's back home helping out with the family business. I kind of figured I was going to be stuck going back and taking over for her. But thanks to you and Claude, I get to work on my dream of becoming a proper knight.
I'm guessing Ferdinand went back.
Members of the Knights tell me that Father left their ranks 5 years ago. They say he announced he was returning to the kingdom, but nobody's heard from him since. I haven't received word that he went back home to Mother. Where could he be? Where are you, Father?
Sad face. Casper.
Hey, Professor! You won't believe what happened. I figured I couldn't go back to the Empire after Garrett Mach fell, so I started drifting across the Kingdom in Alliance. Then, I just happened to run into our old class, so we came back to the monastery together.
I don't believe it. I do. Morale meals. most people are already almost maxed. Is it really worth
Yep.
getting them 25%, 25 more motivation? I don't know. My time would probably be better spent with advanced drills. Another support. What's up?
Professor.
Hey.
Finally, I notched a win against you. True, it was a narrow victory. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past. It's like training with my brother. He always won. Always. And died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong. Perhaps it's absurd to say such a thing, but I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse. Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother. Not unless he climbs out of his grave.
Well, this is
still, I continue
Fire
my
Emblem,
endless
that's possible.
pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself.
Hi, doggy. Me, of course.
You, obviously. I beat you this time, but when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen. It was a close match, not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength, and then I'll become stronger still. Just what I was hoping you'd say. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked all those years ago.
Sweet. There's another quest from an invisible person.
Do you have time for a request?
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see you. These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
Catch the mysterious fish, eh? Challenge accepted. That's not at all what I was supposed to be going after. I just jumped the gun. You did it. You wasted bait. There it is.
You've done me a great service.
Yeah, I have.
Professor, I'd given up on ever seeing you again. Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must fulfill. That's right. I promised the captain I'd protect.
I'm pretty headstrong, but Claude could give me a run for my money. I mean, he's dragged the Knights into this. You ought to be careful, Professor. Don't worry about me. I'm here because I want to be. Also, because being around my big brother feels like a real chore. Excuse me, could you do me a favor? Excuse me, could you do me a favor? much. You're a sweetheart.
Yeah, those things I planted 5 years ago. Can I have them now? Thanks. Gladiators?
You're sweet. Thanks so much. You're a sweetheart.
Hi, Bernie.
At last, I return to my domain. My lonely paradise. My realm of exquisite solitude. Huh? Professor? Is that you?
Hi.
You didn't hear that just now, did you? Right. You didn't? Well, good.
Hi.
Right.
Professor! Hey, Professor, something's been bothering me. Remember that suspicious guy a night now that
I've been looking
Already
for
seen
knights
it.
and count our souls that were much appreciated, but there's... Do you repeat these books? I thought that... Don't mention.
As soon as I... But some of they died because of Fight State. But he probably wouldn't, we both know.
Beat yourself up if you want, man. Oh, yeah, I have enough renown to get another upgrade.
Need something? This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Even with the church in shambles, the goddess will surely hear our prayer. I hope the church can return to its...
keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm singing is so much fun.
Notes. One note. It's been 5 years. No joke, I've lost the book where I write all my puns. I can't ink of anywhere. I would have left it. Will you help me recover it? We're probably all better off without it. You're probably not searching in the right places. I am dead. I am defeated. Vanquished.
You're here, Professor, along with everyone from our old class. It's when I think that I'll be around you again, all of my sorrows just drift away. Yes. Let's work together for the...
It's been fixed up quite a bit, but its battle scars aren't so easily erased. To think that a glorious cathedral with a 1,000-year history would end up like this. I'll rebuild this place someday. This cathedral is the symbol of Fodlan. Maybe I should paint a picture of the beautiful cathedral of old.
Support. Claude? What's Claude have to say?
Oh, hey there. What are you doing up at this hour? My brain's just busy. Thoughts keep going around and around in there. Meanwhile, my eyes are wide open. At times like this, I like to gaze up at the stars to clear my head. I've been that way since I was a kid. Looking up at the big starry sky makes my dreams feel small, which makes it feel like I can actually make them come true. I didn't believe in gods when I was a kid. Maybe that's because the night sky took their place for me. Hey, Teach. Will you talk with me a while?
No.
I bet you figured this out, but I wasn't born in Fodlan. Where I come from, the people of Fodlan are looked down on as cowards.
Elmira?
Technically, that cowardice runs in my veins. On my mother's side, anyway. That's why the people who were around me when I was growing up thought of me as an outsider. But I don't believe the people of Fodlan are cowards. That kind of perspective is just based on ignorance. The person from Fodlan who I know best is my mother. She fell in love with a man from the wrong side of the border and had the guts to leave home to pursue that love. I always threw that in the faces of anyone who tried to make a fool of me. My mother is proof the people of Fodlan aren't all cowards. Just saying that doesn't achieve anything, though. I need to destroy the prejudices that have taken root in my homeland. That's why I came here, to see Fodlan with my own eyes. I thought I might be able to find a new perspective that could help me change things. And what did I find? That the people here view anyone who's an outsider as a beast of sorts. I was shocked. Even though our cultures and beliefs are completely different, our two lands have that much in common. That's when I realized the only way to change things is to bring the whole world together and start anew. That's the dream I've been working towards since I first entered the Officers Academy 5 years ago. To unify the Alliance, and then all of Fodlan, and to bring a new set of values to this new land of mine. After that, I'd expand that vision to the rest of the world, break down the walls, and let a new perspective come rushing in. Start all over. Do you think that's just a crazy pipe dream, or a brilliant ambition?
Something like that would take a long time to do, though. It might not even happen in your lifetime.
Not too long ago,
but you have to
said
work
it was
at it.
too much for me to accomplish on my own. But that's not how I feel anymore. And that's because I have you on my side now. Lately, I've spent a lot of time thinking about how I wouldn't have made it this far without you. You and me, Teach. We can go anywhere. Do anything. I hope that you always walk in step with me. At least, until the day comes when we can look out at the peaceful world we've built. Together.
Sweet. Claude and Flayn are here. I need more flying and lances.
Hey there, my friend. It's funny how the monastery was once in ruins. Now it's downright bustling. Thanks to a little promise 5 years ago, our buddies have all gathered. And even the knights have returned. It's like we were all just waiting for you to awaken. And now, we're all going to band together against the Imperial Army. You should go and talk to everyone if you can.
Working on it.
During his search for her grace, the Archbishop, Seteth has visited churches all across the land. It served to demonstrate to the devout across Fodlan that the Church of Seros is still going. As a result, the faithful are not currently in a state.
Hello there.
Professor, I am so glad you are unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you. Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through.
There's a support over here.
Professor.
Ione! How's it going?
Hey, Professor. Can we talk?
Aren't we already?
I feel terrible about the last time we spoke. I
Again?
was trying to apologize and just ended up losing my temper again. I'm really sorry. I figured you'd say that, but I still feel like an idiot. Somehow, I just have a hard time keeping my feelings in check around you. And I think if I don't just tell you what I'm thinking, we'll never be able to have a normal conversation. So, let me clear the air. I want us to, engage. Wait, what? No, I mean in a duel. I know it's a sudden thing to ask, but I'm not going to feel settled until I know where I stand. Would you do that for me? Good. Don't hold back, okay? I want to see you at your absolute best. Phew. You got me. I'm completely outmatched. Maybe, but you are definitely stronger. Honestly, that's what I needed to see. You're a true successor to Captain Gerald's style of swordplay. I almost felt like you were him.
But
I thought I was competing with you. But that's as pointless as competing against him would have been.
He wasn't a
So
sword
instead
dude.
of that, I'm going to focus on keeping the promise I made to him. Captain Gerald said that if anything should happen to him, I'd have to support you in his place. He didn't sound serious at the time, but it was right before before we lost him. So, I've decided. I'd like to do just what he said. I know I'm not as strong as I need to be, but I swear to you, I'll train until I am. What do you say? Can I call you my employer? Yes! It's official. I'll protect you no
Does
matter
that
what.
mean I have to pay you now? Damn.
Okay. I'm in the Alliance. The Lords have been at odds. So peace and prosperity. In particular, bandits have been appearing in... Rumor has it that the domain's Lord, someone by the name...
Oh yes, he very much is.
During the Millennium Festival, the leaders of all territories were... Now that hope has been dashed. The kingdom is also vastly different.
Hey! I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I never was too attached to Fodlan, but I might change my mind if you're...
Teach me lances.
In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. Know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea. Good, because I will not budge on that point.
Lorenz might be able to teach lances.
I have written to my father to signal my intention to remain here. Not that I require his approval to do so. There is not much for me to gain by returning to Alliance territory now, but by staying, I will be able to influence the course of events directly on the field of battle. Naturally, someone needs to make certain he does not.
No. Reason.
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again.
It's been too
I
long,
almost
buddy.
died as well in the battle 5 years ago. But I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that. Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
Just call on Lysithea. She's the designated Death Knight killer.
Oh, hi, Professor.
What's up?
Do you remember what we talked about before? About doing my best to not do my best? Well, I've been pretty busy recently, and despite my best efforts, I've been trying way too hard. I was busy all day yesterday with training and work. I just couldn't help myself. That's why I decided to take a day off today. It's just, now that I have a day off, I don't know what to do with myself. Please, you have to help me. What should I do?
Have a nap. And then fire the
I
missiles.
tried that. I couldn't calm down enough to fall asleep. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm cut out for not doing my best. Oh! You're a professor. You must know some secret technique for deep relaxation, right?
Absolutely.
If you do, please teach me.
I know how
I'm
to
begging
sleep
you.
for 5 years
My
straight.
wits end. Got it. I'll try that right now. This candy is so sweet and delicious, and it goes so well with piping hot tea. Ooh, and speaking of the tea, your brewing skills are incredible. I'd love to be able to make such nice tea, but... Oh, Professor, will you teach me how to brew tea like this? I'll do my best to learn, and then I'll make delicious tea for you as thanks. Oh, sorry. Back to my old tricks, it seems. So, why is it so difficult to not do my best? I try and try to not try, but it just doesn't work.
Why can't I not try?
Professor? You're right. Doing nothing is just not my style. To be myself, I've got to do my best every day. Okay. Then you really must teach me how to make such delicious tea. You will, won't you? Please. Oh, and also, well, thank you. You've listened to me and helped me face my troubles. Now I feel like I can talk to you about anything. Honestly, I wish we could go on drinking.
And there's one more quest down here. What you need? A favor, apparently.
I got a favor to ask.
Find something of historical significance.
Hello there. Oh, good. Thanks.
You doed it.
What? Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Weapons, not really. Let me buy some Master Seals though, and sell all of those bullions that I got. There's a lot of them.
This one?
Thank you.
There's
This
one.
one?
Thank you.
There's one.
This one? This one?
Thank you.
That's
Please
it,
come
I
again.
guess.
Hey there.
I should give that axe to Hilda.
Come back anytime. Hey there.
Hmm.
Is this it? There you go.
I mean, it's not bad. I just have to use it really sparingly. I could make a Tomahawk Plus.
Is this it? There you go.
Buy Woot Steel.
Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go.
I need more black sand steel. Which is doable.
Come back anytime. Hello there.
This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey there. Is this it? Is this it? There you go. Come back anytime.
Hmm. What else did I have on him? This killer bow, perhaps? I know I had longbow on her. Well, I could give this to him later, but he can't use it quite yet. Maybe I'll just keep the Horse Slayer and upgrade it.
Hey there. Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go. Come back anytime.
Okie doke.
Professor?
Oh, right, battalions. But
What do you
stallions.
require? Farewell.
Now there's support up here. Who would be
Professor?
Dorothea? What you need?
This may seem a bit sudden, but that is for letting me live my life the way I want. I've noticed I appreciate. Well, of course. Did you think I would? Professor, I was an orphan, living in the back alleys of that was when my new life began. Performer, I was just some young, even though everyone I knew, and I'd be old. You can never be certain about what the future will bring. That's why someone...
I already seen it. Next.
Professor. 5 long years I've searched for you and the Archbishop. The Church of Seros will follow you from now on. But please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea. Thank you.
Continue teaching me flying, please.
My, at your, though, I suppose I haven't changed either.
It's true, the game didn't give you a new model or anything, so I guess I can't argue with that.
Thankfully, I am most curious, though. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look for wonder.
Sidle.
Let's see. I don't know anything about rebuilding, but I can sure do my best to clean up the mess. I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spot. You gotta find her, Professor.
I've grown weary and impatient. These past fights, but now I can finally take action with a clear goal and break down with the Empire. Surely peace will soon follow if the Empire is overthrown, and my parents can finally find peace themselves.
The promise was made 5 years ago. But I must say, I'm rather impressed. Personally, I only showed up because I hope to see you again, Professor. I've been with my family in the Empire until recently. I admit to feeling a little guilty betraying Her Majesty, but only a little. Now that we're all together again...
I don't think anybody else can teach me things that I'm currently, already good with. So I guess I can get something towards something else. Like bows. Bows are always useful. Before I do that, though, let's go check out the 3rd floor. Probably nothing there. There was never anything there on the Black Eagle route, but who knows what might change.
Hi.
Rhea's room. Dead-end hallway. Little courtyard with nothing in it. Yep, this is what I remember.
It's all, of course, so do your...
That'll do it. You gotta learn a little bit of spears if you want to be a Wyvern Lord. Sweet.
This'll be...
Mercedes still wants writing. Honestly, I should have her focus on writing only. Magic bow is cool and all, but if I want her to be a holy knight, do I want her to be a holy knight? Or a grimoire? I don't know. I guess Grimoire would be better, since she gets double magic. See, flying and axes, I suppose. Okay, looks good to me. Onward.
I gotta ask you something.
What's up? I had to leave my grandpa in charge of taking care of my little sis while I'm away. I was thinking I should send him something nice to say thanks. Any suggestions?
That can work.
I mean, I don't know if he has trouble with that.
I'm really getting it.
I've really gotten a
Yeah, I understand now.
Cool. Free recital? How can I say no?
What's the point of singing practice?
It's not learning these things because
Well, those two can't use the faith at all. Meh.